Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're sharing a deeply personal story from our character of the day. Sarah, this is her own account, straight from the heart. About the loss of her best friend Lily and the shattering of the chosen family they built together. It's a journey through one of the darkest chapters of her life, filled with love, betrayal, and an unyielding fight for truth. So, let's step into Sarah's world and uncover the story of Lily the light that faded but never left her.
I once believed in family, not just the kind you're born into, but the family you choose, the ones who sit with you late at night, laughing over bubble tea, sharing dreams and fears no one else understands. For me, that was 5 close friends from my freshman year of college. We were everything to each other, an unbreakable family. But one night, our light Lily, my best friend, disappeared. Everything I believed about friendship, about trust, turned to ashes. This is my story. Lily's story, and the truth I'm still chasing, even when the world turned its back on me. If you've ever loved someone so much, you'd fight the world for them, this story is for you. We met in 2018 at NYU, 6 strangers in a crowded lecture hall. I'm Sarah, the dreamer who overthinks everything. Emma, the planner who kept us on track. Jake, the jokester who made everyone laugh. Mia, the artist with a heart too big for her own good. Ethan, quiet but intense, feeling everything deeply. And Lily, our flame, the one who held us together. Lily had a way of making you feel special, like the world revolved around you when she smiled. She'd barge into your room, grinning, shouting, "Come on, let's get food." And you couldn't say no. Those nights, bubble tea runs, chaotic karaoke, spring break plans that never left our group chat were our whole world. For those of you over 40, you probably know that feeling. Friends who feel like family, where you can be yourself. We shared everything. Dreams, fears, secrets no one else knew. Lily loved sour gummy worms, hated pad thai, and always wore a green scarf, even in summer. Ethan loved Lily, and we all knew it. He confessed to her a few times, always with a shy smile, and she'd gently turn him down. "You're my family, Ethan," she'd say, hugging him tight. He'd nod, but there was always a shadow in his eyes. Looking back, I wonder if we missed something. But when you love someone, you see only their light, not the darkness. We thought we'd be together forever. Graduation, weddings, maybe kids someday, still laughing over bubble tea. But families don't just break. Sometimes, they're torn apart. It all started with one night, one choice, one lie that changed everything. It was October 14th, 2019, a Sunday evening. Lily and Ethan went to get bubble tea around 8 p.m. It was nothing unusual. She loved her mango bubble tea. Extra tapioca? The night before, she'd teased Ethan about his latest confession, laughing, "You're too sweet for me." We all saw the flicker of sadness on his face, but he brushed it off with a smile. They left together, and that was the last time we saw Lily. 3 days later, the police opened a missing persons case. It felt like a nightmare. Lily, gone. She was the one who texted you at midnight to check if you were okay, who shared her fries even when you said you weren't hungry. How could she just vanish? We waited for her to call, for her to show up with that goofy grin. But days turned into weeks, and our group chat became a ghost town. No more memes, no more plans, just a void where Lily used to be. Ethan was the last one to see her. He said they got bubble tea, walked back toward campus, and she went off on her own. Everything was fine, he told the police, but he wouldn't talk to us about it. When we asked, he'd shut down. "I told the cops everything," he'd say, then change the subject or leave. It was like he was hiding from us, from her. While we were stapling flyers across campus, Ethan was posting on Instagram Paris beaches like nothing had happened. We thought he was grieving, maybe spiraling. After all, he loved her, but every time we organized a search, he'd text, "You're wasting your time. Maybe she doesn't want to be found." Those words cut like a knife. Lily wasn't the type to run. She was the type to stay. 2 weeks after she disappeared, I ran into Ethan at a party. He was drunk, eyes wild. He grabbed my arm and said, "You know what's funny? Everyone thinks Lily was perfect, but perfect people don't just disappear." His voice wasn't grief. It was cold, like he knew something. That moment, I started to doubt him. Was Ethan hiding something? We decided to check on him. Me, Emma, Jake, and Mia showed up at his place unannounced. He looked startled, almost scared. Jake pushed past him, saying we just wanted to talk. Ethan said he hadn't been sleeping, needed rest. Then we heard a loud thud, like something heavy falling, from below. He said it was the neighbor moving furniture, but Ethan lived on the ground floor. The only thing below was the basement. I saw 2 jackets on the hook, 2 plates in the sink. Ethan lived alone. My heart was pounding, but I didn't say anything. For those of you who felt something was wrong but couldn't prove it, you know that feeling like a stone on your chest. That night, I stopped trusting Ethan. It was the night our family broke for good. I couldn't let it go. That night, I went back to Ethan's alone, sitting in my car, hidden in the shadows. Around 3 a.m., he came out with 2 pharmacy bags. At sunrise, he tossed a trash bag into the dumpster, glancing around like he was afraid of being seen. I waited until he was gone, then climbed into that dumpster. What I found changed everything. A pharmacy, receipt bandages, antiseptic, women's vitamins, and beneath it, Lily's green scarf, torn, stained with dark red, like dried blood. I was taking photos when I heard his door creak. Ethan stood at the top of the stairs, watching me. "Looking for bottles to recycle?" he said, his voice too calm. I stammered something about losing my wallet. He stepped closer, blocking my path to my car. "Let me help you look," he said, his hand on my elbow. I saw fresh scratches on his knuckles. My heart was racing, but then Jake's car pulled into the lot. I ran to him, showed him the photos, begged him to believe me. They didn't believe me. "He's grieving," Emma said. "People say strange things when they're hurting." Jake thought Ethan was just spiraling. Mia wouldn't even look at me. I was screaming inside, but they saw me as the problem. Ethan had already started his work. He told them I was following him, that I was obsessed. He showed them screenshots of me outside his window at 3 a.m., my texts begging him to talk. He'd turned my desperation into a story of instability. Campus security got involved. Ethan had filed reports, claiming I was stalking him. They checked the dumpster, no scarf, no blood, just trash. Someone had cleared it. The officer warned me. "This is stalking. Next time, it's a restraining order." Ethan stood there, looking like a victim. Emma drove me home, her voice soft with pity. "You need help, Sarah." That night, Ethan posted on Instagram dinner with Emma at Lily's favorite Thai place, supporting each other through grief, the caption read. He ordered Lily's usual meal. She hated Thai. My roommate asked me to leave. "Ethan says you might be dangerous," she said. I packed a bag and left. Ethan had flipped the script. I was the stalker, the obsessive one. I tried to fight back, made a blog, posted about the scarf, the scratches, but it backfired. They found my identity, shared old videos of me outside Ethan's place. I was the villain now. Even Lily's parents turned against me. Ethan had been visiting them, bringing groceries, helping with searches. He was their golden boy. I was the girl who'd lost her mind. I moved away, got a job at a diner 40 miles from campus. I became a ghost, living off cash, staying off social media. But I couldn't stop. I compiled everything, timelines, receipts, patterns. I found a storage unit receipt, dated the day after Lily vanished. I staked out the facility, but it was cleared before I could act. Ethan was always one step ahead. Then Sophie, Lily's younger sister, reached out. She was 17, looked like Lily, but angrier. She'd found Lily's journal, pages filled with fear of Ethan's controlling nature. He wouldn't let her breathe, Sophie said. We teamed up, gathered evidence, but Ethan noticed. He showed up at Sophie's school, played the concerned friend. Her parents shut us down. "We lost one daughter," they said. "We can't lose another." Ethan kept rising. He became executor of Lily's estate, set up a scholarship in her name. He wore a purple bracelet, said it was her favorite color. But Lily hated purple. Her favorite was green. He was rewriting her memory, and the world believed him. I kept fighting, alone. For those of you who fought for a truth no one sees, you know that feeling like shouting into a void. But I had to keep going. For Lily, I moved to Portland, close enough to watch but far enough to stay hidden. I worked at another diner, saving every penny for a private investigator. Ethan's in Seattle now, a psychology professor, giving talks on grief. Another girl, Ava, went missing from his department. Her friend described a kind mentor who helped her navigate classes. Ethan, he's leading searches, hugging her family, just like he did with Lily. I see the patterns repeating. Another girl from Ethan's high school, years before Lily, went missing. No connection, no suspect, but her mother described a friend quiet, intense, obsessed. His name, Ethan Carter. I sat in my car outside the Seattle police station, a file of evidence on the seat. I didn't go inside. They'd see a convicted stalker, not a witness. Ethan made sure of that. Sometimes I doubt myself. Was the blood on her scarf real? Was the thud just pipes? But then I remember Lily, her laugh, her green scarf, her belief that love meant freedom. Someone has to remember her as she was. For those of you who've lost someone, you know the weight of unanswered questions, the need to keep their light alive. I may never get justice, but I have the truth. Lily was real. She was green, not purple. She was sour gummy worms and late-night fries. She was my family, and I failed her, but I won't stop. Someday, someone might listen, a journalist, Sophie, a stranger. Until then, I carry her memory. Thank you for listening, for seeing Lily through my eyes. Thank you for understanding what it means to lose a family and keep fighting. Hold your loved ones close. Listen when they speak. Remember them as they were, not as others want them to be. This is for Lily, and for anyone still searching for answers. Share your stories below. Let's honor them together.